Okay, with you working with the Eastsidaz,
Yeah.
what was that vibe like, man? I mean, going to the crib, I get it. I
It's dope.
understand it.
It's dope. You know, when I came in, again, shout out to Terry Carter, Heavyweight Records, you know, my OG homeboy. Terry was my end. Terry
Okay,
was the reason that I worked with the Eastsidaz.
right.
It was because of Terry that me and the Eastsidaz even crossed paths like that.
Wow, okay.
But when I got in, Trey D is older,
Mm,
you know, he's older than I am. But me and Kiwan, Goldie Loc, me and Goldie are about the same age.
okay, okay.
So there was like a connection there
Yeah.
already because we're about the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And then musically, I understood all the stuff that Goldie didn't.
Ah,
And then the stuff that Goldie did was a savant at was stuff that I was still catching up on. So we
yes.
were able to respect each other for our areas that we excelled at,
Yeah.
you know, in retrospect.
Okay.
But we would start cooking up usually at the house, you know, like we at Goldie's parents' house in the garage,
Yeah.
cooking up real quick. And we make records, you know, whether it was me producing every once in a while, Goldie producing, you know, Goldie is a producer. He played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We had the homeboy Terrace come through a couple times. Shout out Terrace Martin.
Yep.
Marlon with the guitar, you know. And Terrace ended up coming around because Terrace was an understudy of Battle Cat.
Okay. Okay.
Because Terrace was over at Katz with Marlon and them, doing like learning everything, playing, you know, doing as much as he could over there at that space and time, we'd have him come and cook up with us.
Right.
And then
we
would and then go to the studio.
Okay.
You know, their music grinder in Hollywood off of Western. You know, we go in there and get locked in, and then that's when everybody else, all the major producers would come through. Fred Rec, shout out Fred Rec, Battle Cat, the big homie DJ Battle Cat, Jelly Roll, like we'd be in there cooking. And it was a staple always, which was like a good thing for me because I used to work with DJ Quik, or I was still actually at the time working with DJ Quik. For every Eastsidaz project, we always had a feature from Sugar Free.
Okay.
So Free would come and we'd be in our own little zone because I'd already been working with Free, dealing with Quik, you know what I'm saying, which was dope. And to have him revisit working again in this new setting, and then Snoop would come at the end, you know, that was always dope.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. In the time when you guys were cooking up, you know, all the music and everything, what was the climate in hip hop at that time? I know it was rough out there in the streets at that time, but in the studio, what was the climate like?
It was because it was the Eastsidaz was gang banging. So it was super gangster. You know, we have quite a few individuals in there from the respective hoods, you know, from Long Beach, Rolling 20 Crib, and from Insane. You know what I'm saying? But there was still a mutual respect amongst everybody. You know, these cats would come, not rapping, not producing or nothing, eating up all the snacks, but everybody was still cool. The vibe was still light. It was still airy, and we was real creative. So everybody was able to kind of like sprinkle in and out like they needed to in order to create these records that came about.
Cool.